Hello, fellow travelers. This is Veronica from Human Design Journey with the profile series, and we're with the 6-2 profile. It's the costume we wear in this life, how we're perceived by others, and how we get to our purpose. But it's a byproduct of our most authentic self and living through our strategy and authority. So we're going to look today at the roof, almost the last step. The 6-3 will be the last profile. We have here the role model, the transitional profile, which actually closes the circle so we can get to the next step. Here we have the ultimate idealist. The 6-line personality is inherently different from all the others. It has a different process that it goes through in its life. It has a dynamic that divides its life in 3 parts, very distinct parts, from 0 to 30 and from 30 to 50. And then after 50, when they can truly shine as themselves, as the role model of what it is to be a human being. It is the roof of the house, not really part of the hexagram process itself. It is beyond that. It is beyond the other side, the other person. It wants not only the best for themselves, they want the best for everybody. It is, in fact, the observer of what's gone on, what has been going on through the whole dynamic of the entire hexagram structure and process by itself. And it's bringing judgment with that observation. They're the ultimate leaders. And they're here to be recognized as those objective leaders with their role model personalities, insisting that everything works correctly, everything being ideal in their work, in their relationships, in their lives, getting through a stage of, in their first 30 years, into a stage of trial and error process. The 3rd line, they deeply resonate to the 3rd line harmonically. If you think about it, the 3rd line is the roof of the 1st floor, and then the 6th line is the roof of the upper floor. They're in harmony, and the next profile is harmonic, the 6-3. But here, the 6-2, we have harmony with the 3rd line, first, especially the first 30 years of life. Here we have a trial and error process where they really dig into life. They try things, and they can get quite disappointed. The 3rd line resonates with pessimism and possibility for discovery. So the 6th line is truly the discovery. It can be the discovery profile when they're cold, because here the 2nd line, unconscious, it has the theme of being cold. So when the 6-2 profile are being seen up there on the roof, and they're being seen by everybody observing the rest, they have great transpersonal power of interacting with the entire society. They're always noticed. They can be withdrawn and reclusive, sitting on the roof of the house, but they're being noticed. And the right career, the right work, the right relationship for others, and for themselves, are being noticed. So the 6-2 are the soundboard of society, so to say. However, within themselves, they have this basic dilemma, because the 6th line personality is fundamentally optimistic. It looks out in the world, and it dreams and hopes for the best in life, and not only for itself, but for everybody through its transpersonal nature. And there is always this assumption within the sixth line that everything is possible. At the same time, the second line, unconscious, has come to see that the frailness of humanity um, is there, and the weakness and the self-hatred is there. It is the sixth to unconscious of its memory that keeps its personal aloofness. Um, the sixth to interact powerfully with the communities around them. They are truly transpersonal beings. Yet at the personal level within themselves, through their second line unconscious, they are not involved. They have their distance. And perhaps the most difficult aspect for them is the bonding in their life. Um, because they are the idealist and an optimist that is looking for a true reality, a true value that it can trust. They're really looking for somebody they can trust. They're looking for their soulmate or not. They're looking for somebody to call them um, to be bold and to break their barrier in their unconscious level, to nourish them so that they stop being a depleter of resources and um, their harmony is they leave their harmony and they come out in the world. But during the second stage, when they're withdrawn um, from the world, they will um, not get involved so much. So there will be a period where they rest from the world, other to actually prepare themselves for the third part of their life, when they have to come down and live from the roof and live it as themselves. And during the second part of their life, the six twos, they are really perceived by their word. Their word is enough. They're objective. People see that they're a little bit withdrawn, a little bit disengaged on the roof, really seeing things for what they are, being objective, not anymore subjective as in the first part of their life, being objective and mm, seeing things for what they are. In a way, they are between apathy and sympathy. And this gives them the possibility to be really objective and keep their boundaries. Of course, in their memory, there is this bigotry, that fanaticism, which can come out when you believe in something really naturally, and want to come out and be optimistic about it, be the role model of how to administer. But on the subconscious level, it's truly the hermit, which will leave the majority to rule, being an ultimate democrat, shy in its nature, um, nourishing their own process. And in the third stage of their life, the leather comes and they're being brought down from the roof, having the last chance to actually be in the world as themselves and be that role model of what it is to be a human, what it is to be true leader and leading through personal example, because that's what a leader is. All of us are leaders, and all of us have those three distinct stages of life. Um, all of us can be a leader of what it is to be yourself. The six twos are those leading the way to the next step in order to close the wheel, to continue the spiral of life. with their idealistic personality and natural blood, natural body being the natural. We have here still a transpersonal karma and a transition through the projection field of the second line. And ultimately trusting or not. So the 6-2, when it's living out its type, strategy and authority, when it's entering into things correctly and acting to its type, engagement automatically happens, and they can clearly discern and discriminate between all the various paths that they're available for. And having their capacity as a role model administrator, it can point out to others which way things work. And they themselves, although they're not participating, they themselves not being engaged, all the 6-line personalities must come to a point where they can re-engage, where they can recognize to their administrative capacity to be correct is also what they themselves live. In that way, their process is complete. So they come to a point where they're ready to abandon being only the observer, but wanting to re-engage back. And that's beautiful. The 6-2 is the only one who can endorse the fifth profile, the 5-1, with its heresy, with their objectivity, being trusted by the community. So when Moses came to the tribe and said, we have to build a ship because rain is coming, it was the 6th line who looked at the sky and said, yeah, they're clouds. It looks like it's going to rain. We better trust him to do their heresies. Or it can be the 6th line who hangs the 5th one saying, it doesn't look like it's going to rain that long. Which one are you? We have here the 6th line. It's indeed between sympathy and apathy. So they can be double-faced a little bit. And they will, once you break their trust, they will not let you in anymore, but they still can be social with you. They can be indeed, they have these transpersonal qualities, so they can be duplicitous and use those gifts, transpersonal gifts, but ultimately go back to their hermit personality if they don't trust you, if you're not their soulmate. The objectivity will be there and the optimist until you break their trust, and then it's gone. We so much need the 6-2s as our leaders to wake up and be the role model of what it is to be yourself, what it is to love yourself and accept yourself for who you are. If you want to know more about the other profiles, you can check my YouTube channel, Human Design Journey. Like and subscribe because you're apparently here if you want to, or visit one of my other channels, socials like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Human Design Journey, or my website, humandesignjourney.com. This is Veronica, and it's a pleasure for me to share my knowledge for you to explore and experiment with it. If you want to know more, please comment, and I'll be back with more. Bye for now.